Hi, it's Kathleen from Bailey Academy. Mom of 5, homeschooling 3 of them, ages 10, 13, and 17. It is almost back to school time here. We start school the day after Labor Day, which is September 3rd this year. And, sorry, the camera is wiggling here. Stop wiggling. So I've been busy getting back to school. I haven't really shown any plan with me or prep with me because I don't do like a large portion on one day that I could just film easily. I do a little bit every day, or most days, whenever the mood strikes me and I feel like doing it. So I've been working for 2 months getting ready for this school year. So I just wanted to show some of the things I have done, or mention a few things that still needs to be done, and go over just a few things for anybody that's interested in our year. Tape keeps wiggling. There we go. Okay, so first of all, I want to point out that my Bailey Academy sign is missing a Y. Does anybody else have trouble with those signs? For some reason, the Y's keep being lost, and I don't have any extras. So if you're wondering, and you happen to notice behind me, that's why it says Bailey Academy. Okay, so what have I been doing? I did the planning. I have the first 2 weeks planned in full. If anybody doesn't know, maybe you're new here, I do a lot of actual lesson planning and prepping and stuff like that, but with free or cheap resources. I don't just do a whole bunch of open and go curriculum. So I have lots of actual planning to do, and then I have to plan what day each thing is going to happen, our schedule, things like that. And so then I also been prepping by cleaning the area, which I will show you a little bit of our area. We homeschool in a very small house at the dining room table. I have a video about tips for homeschooling at the dining room table. I'll link it below in the description. And yeah, I'll just get you showing a bunch of different stuff. So, hold on. Okay, I'm back. I'm having some camera issues. Anyway, first thing I wanted to show you, I can't show you the whole table because it's currently not clean, but I had my eldest daughter, one of the ones who doesn't homeschool, sort my, what do you call it? This thing for me. It's a little thing that holds stuff and it spins on the table. So as you can see, she labeled everything. So we have Sharpies and pencil sharpeners and tape measure there. We always keep a tape measure on the table. Pens, glue sticks, colored dry erase markers, and black Expo markers, sticky notes, and eraser. Oh, the eraser's in the wrong spot. Pencils, highlighters, mechanical pencils for the ones that like that. And in the middle we have rulers and straws and some hand sanitizer and thermometer. I like to keep that handy. So that was organized. My youngest daughter was supposed to check through the markers. We bought a little bit of new markers and showed that in our haul video, which I will also link below. And so I wanted to put the new markers in with the old markers, but I wanted to go through them first and get rid of the ones that don't work. Excuse the tip tapping on my dog walking around. So that needs to get done. Hasn't got done yet, but the new markers are in the container in their new box for now. I did redo the cart, which I will show you briefly, but I did have to move the things from the bottom shelf because if you didn't see my latest short, we got a new puppy. So again, I'll link the short down below in case you want to check it out. But she is into everything and eating everything, as puppies of course do. And so I had to move the things off the bottom shelf because they were in a bin that's just open and you can just reach in and grab stuff, and so she was just helping herself. So I need to go to the dollar store and get bins with lids that she can't open up with her teeth, and that will be helpful for that. Okay, sorry, I'm holding the camera now, a little bit wobbly. So first of all, I just wanted to show you over here is our black cart, or not cart, what is it called? Chart thing that we used to have before. We're using it differently though. I will turn you around and show you that in a minute. And behind me, I also have a new chart that I had one of my daughters write because they have nice handwriting or printing, and it has some important stuff that we want to learn about this year. And behind me you can also see the home blessing that we got from our pen pals in Ireland. I have a video showing what we received from them if you care about that. It's in below. And that is all behind me, and then I'm right next to the table. I'm at the table right here, that has that we do school at. So let me turn you around. Okay, from the top we have a list of executive functions that I want to work on this year, and there'll be more to it in a second there, but there's a list of it so that we can all remember what they are. We're going to learn about what they are and try and work on them. And then over here we have a reward system that I designed. So it's hard to get close here, but I'm going to show you what I use for points, but they're going to have points of 1,000 or 5,000. And they can do things like, to get for points, they can do something nice for someone, contribute something thoughtful to the conversation, complete your work without complaining, compliment someone, clean up even if it's not your mess, positive attitude, being respectful even if you disagree or don't like it, active listening, only give your opinion if it's a nice way, aka respectful, or using executive functions. It can be something that's not on the list as well, and you will not get points for everything you do. That's good. If you don't have at least 5,000 by the end of the month, you will have to do yard work. I did that because I have a son who just wouldn't even do anything and not care about the points. So for rewards on the left side, for 10,000, they can have a Play-Doh party and paper puzzles. That means like word searches and things like that. The ones on the left, the 10,000, 20,000, 30,000, those everybody gets to do. So if one of them has enough points for it, then everybody gets to play Play-Doh. 20,000, a pretzel party. That just means eating pretzels during school. Just Dance party, board game. 30,000, YouTube fun. That's like something specific that we're all watching together. Cool math games. It's a website. Chrome Music Lab, also a website. Watch a movie. And then, sorry, it's hard to hold this up. 50,000 is a loan. So whoever pays for that can either sleep until 12 p.m. or skip their math class. And for $100,000, you can skip school for the day, or I owe you something worth $10 or less from the grocery store. Okay, so moving down, I don't currently have anything in the middle there. We don't use our calendar there anymore. That's where the calendar used to be. And that red thing is just a fire blanket in case there was a fire, because we're right next to the kitchen. And the bottom of the Liam and Aria, that's where the journals used to be, but we're not using that for anything at the moment. So I haven't decided what we're using that for. And then up here, so this is the window right next to the table that I showed you a minute ago, is what does active listening mean? You're not doing anything else, drawing, reading, talking. There are a few exceptions to that. By the way, they sometimes use fidgets, but only if they really need them and it's something they're just listening to. You're looking at the speaker. You're thinking about the words being said. You're nodding in agreement or shaking your head to disagree. You're making sense of what you hear by asking questions. So why do we have this list here? Because our homeschool has trouble with active listening, the younger two especially, and so I want to teach what it means and have us work on that. So that's why it was in the reward system too. All right, I'm gonna turn you around to somewhere else. Okay, sorry about the abrupt change. So this over here is our cabinet. And as you can see, it's right next to the kitchen, and that is right next to the messy table. Sorry. So, hold on. Sorry, I just made the dog go lay down so you don't have to hear that clip. Okay, so on the bottom left right here, those are going to be our Readalouds to choose from this year. I made a video talking about them and the readers for the year. I don't know which one of these is being posted first, but when it's there, I will link it below. So those are our Readalouds to choose from, except for the one that's from the library. This is my, what's it called? Bullet journaling and stuff like that stuff. I did have it somewhere else, but the puppy kept getting into it, so now it's up there. This is my teacher binder, a few things of my own, my oldest student's planner that she hasn't put in her stuff yet, a few random things there. There's some stuff up here that isn't organized yet. These are the bins that were supposed to be in the bottom of the cart. Some stuff of my husband's that we're trying to sell. Some random things. These are my bullet journaling washi tape, gumball machine, pencil sharpener. And up here is supposed to be, it's got some random stuff up there too, but it's like, you know, the Newton's cradle thingy that represents science. This is something we made a couple years ago. It's a model of the lungs. And this is an Earth Day craft that we made one year. And there's the solar eclipse viewer there too. And then on the other side, at the top is a little messy because somebody keeps shoving stuff up there, but there's a globe, or the earth, that my oldest homeschooled daughter made one year, some statues and old troll dolls, art that my kids have made, and a few other things up there. It's supposed to be like, that's our display, was supposed to be the idea. Sorry, I'm out of breath. This here is whiteboards that I bought. It's hard to tell from there, but they're from the video that shows what I bought. So there's 6 whiteboards there and some clipboards, different markers and such. These I'll show in a minute, and this needs to be reorganized, so that's still on my to-do list. Down here we have my 3 kids that I homeschool's bins, although this one here has 2 bins, that she has a lot of books, even though she's the youngest, because she's doing a lot of different random things. And then their binders, which they sometimes use, and a couple smaller things or whatever. So that is our main homeschool stuff. Let me move you around. Hold on. Okay, this is my homeschool cart with the very bottom bare shelf because of the dog. A couple random things beside it here of my husband's. This is more my health shelf. It has my blood pressure kit. I take daily shots, so that's my sharps container. And the other one is just my alcohol markers, so I just had nowhere else to put them, so they're there. And you can't see them, but there's alcohol wipes there for my shots as well. This one has our markers in it. This is my planner, which I will show you in a minute as well. These are some papers we're going to use the first couple days, and a Farm Anatomy we're using this month. This one is empty, and that one has colored pens in it. And then this one up here, this is my stuff I regularly use. It has some morning basket things in it. It has, I will show you everything in it in a second, but it has some stuff that I use regularly in it. And the loose sheets are stuff to use the first day of school. And then this here has tape, scissors, stapler, hole punch. These are the erasers for the whiteboards that I got. And there's whiteout, a little game thing that we have here that we sometimes use. And whatever else is in here. More whiteout, I think. And then here is some note paper, some stickers in case I feel like giving out stickers, flashcards. These are, so this is French flashcards. This is just a game that we use the letters for spelling, and around the provinces game that we have. And on the side of the cart, I printed out my 2 youngest kids' schedule so that I can have it handy. Over here is my eldest daughter's corner, her meds kit, and some other things of hers. Her own calendar, and all her stuff is either hidden under there or on the table. Her headphones and stuff. We again need to clean the table, the garbage is overflowing. That's where she does her work. The rest of us do it at the table. And over here is where we hang up our art, the bulletin board. I can't show you closer because it's got some personal information on it. That stuff's going to come down, and the school things there in the back of the door is where we hang stuff. And as you can see on the side here, we have one of the things that was made from our Ireland pen pals. Okay, here's my planner. It's just one from Amazon. It's pretty cheap, but I've been using it since my 3rd year in a row because I like simple. I don't even use most of the pages. Like, it has, this sort of thing: month goals, to-dos, important notes, attendance, which we don't do, and it has like reading lists. That's what those circles were, and subjects and all kinds of stuff. I only use the main papers, which I know my writing is very messy, but that's what they look like with the highlighter. I highlighted it for a reason. I'll explain in a minute, but that's what they look like. So this is our first week, and what I did this year was I put my youngest here, my 2 of them for my middle child. This is for anything we do. This is both. It means the 2 youngest ones. Sometimes we do it all together. And then my 3 classes that my eldest is taking. So that's why the highlighter is here. It's to mark off this is the high schoolers. And so what I do is Monday is crossed off because we have Labor Day, so our first day of school is Tuesday. On the side I just put the day of the week and everything. And then I put, now the first day of school we're doing separate stuff, which I will show you in a minute what we're doing for our first day. So that's different, although my high schooler is doing 2 of her 3 classes on the first day as well. But after that, and I know it's, again, very messy, but I can rate it. I try to write neater, but it just never works for me. So I have anything that we're doing, like, for example, history. I know we're doing history, but I'm specifically like which page to which page of her curriculum, or lesson number 1 of zoology, that sort of thing. Now, lesson 1 of geography. Math, we're starting with remembering our math facts before we go back into our curriculum called Learn Math Fast. So that's why it says math facts, math facts. Okay. We have health. It says see week 1, like whatever we're supposed to do week 1 of health, that sort of thing. Same with like, so physics. For physics, my eldest homeschool daughter is using a program, which I briefly mentioned below, and we'll do a review of. I'll link the video where I talk about it, her curriculum picks. But I specifically, it doesn't say like which video or how many videos or how many readings you do per day. You decide that so far. So I had to put like, okay, video 1 through 3 and read. Number 2 video, because it's longer. So therefore she's only doing 1 video that day, that sort of thing. And she's not doing prehistory on Fridays, so that's why that's X'd out. And then I did the second week too. And I did do something, like for example, functions here, I have this lightly, because I want to see if she can do 2 lessons a day. Or not functions, sorry, she's going to be doing advanced functions, but first she's doing some pre-calc. So I'll do the pre-calculus, she's going to do 2 a day, but if I see on the first week here that that's too much or too little, then I can adjust it here. So that's why those are in light out. And I added anything else too. Like for example, for September 11th, we're going to have a moment of silence. So I just wrote that under, I called it both at the originally called it family here. And then I did a little bit of this week and got that ready the first month. So that is what that is. Okay, I got the mom container out that was on the homeschool cart. We'll go through it. So first is our critical thinking Thursday loop, which I did have to, wrong side. I did have to change. So we did a couple things. This was like on critical thinking Thursday, what activity do we do? We switch every week. So I had to switch it because some of our books got finished. So I put in some new things. And so this Thursday we will do brain benders. And then next Thursday we would do this. And then next Thursday we would do this. And we just keep going along the loop. So that's what that is. And then I have our math notebook. And behind the papers I have our English language arts notebook. I will show those in a different video, but they're just various things that we can use whenever. Again, these loose papers I'm going to show you after they're for what we're doing the first day. So this is our Shakespeare notebook. Again, I have a video coming up on Shakespeare, our history timeline, the fallacy detective. I have the philosophy book somewhere else, but the fallacy detective. Oh no, I don't. I have the philosophy book in here. Those are our Friday choices for a morning basket. I'm going to do a morning basket video. And then these are how I stay organized. Although I'll admit it's not very neat and pretty, especially since I used the ones from last year that I originally used and changed it up. But basically, if I have paper, so this is for ELA, French, and Spanish. So if I have a paper that I need to print out that I'm going to use in the future, it goes in the correct section. So there's that one, science and history, geography and health, which I probably won't need most of those. This is the morning basket stuff. I'll show you in a minute. Hold on, can't use one hand. And that one that's not labeled is stuff from my high school. So morning basket is more critical thinking Thursday options or math Monday options mostly. Okay, so that goes in there. And I'll put that back in a minute. I want to show you what we're doing for the first day of school. So the first day of school we are going to be doing some of our, like I should have showed you that when I showed you the planner, but we're going to talk about our reward system and what does active listening mean chart, what our schedules are, things like that, obviously first. I also have a first day of 5th, 8th, and 12th grade paper that I got from online. I think this one was from, I think this was a freebie that I got, but you can't get free now. So, but I mean, there's lots of them online that you could do. So that's what they're going to have on the table when they first come in. That's that. I have trouble getting these back in. Okay. I also have, this is not necessarily the order we're doing them in, but when we practice our math facts, I found these once they know them, they color them, and that way they know which ones they need to work on. And I have homeschool word ladders from Vocabulicious that I got for free. I'm going to try those. And I also have, okay, it's gonna look a little weird, but it's put together. So each kid gets a bunch of pages, and I think that's more than one. Okay, so it says it's a New Year. They put their name here, fancy. I have a paper that says what they're supposed to do. Cut off the gray area. Then this summer cut off the gray area. Each gray area gets progressively smaller. Playlist, so song and why you chose it, like what your playlist would be for this year. In a word, so anything, in a road, school is, summer is, friends are, that sort of thing. Things that make you go happy, sad, shocked, etc. Goals, personal, academic, and extracurricular. Favorites. And finally, a bio poem. So they just put in, so my name, who is this, who is good at this, who loves this, who feels this, who needs this, etc. And that's it. As each kid gets to do one, and I think I'm doing one too. I can't remember if I printed one for myself. And then I also have another activity. Hold on, this is really hard to do. Let me pause you for a second. Okay, so this is the activity we're doing. So this is like a sample of what it would look like. This is by the Imagination Box. And I think I may have paid for this. I can't remember. So this is a hoodie. You can either print these out, like they have one where you can print out into 4 pages and it's big. I'm just doing a single one or whatever. Lift the flap writing activity or whatever. So they are going to decorate the front and back of their shirt based on certain things, like your, place of birth goes here, name of birthday goes here, your best book goes here, best film this year, one word to describe me, a self-portrait, etc. Doodle patterns. And then the little lift the flap part is there's different ones to choose from, back to school or my summer memories. And so you fill that out and then fold it in half and glue it as the pocket so it flips up. I will find the activity and link it. I do not remember if it's free or not. I don't think it is, but I can't remember. Pretty sure I paid for that. So let's pull this back out to show you. Let's see if I can read my own writing. Okay, so we're going to talk about the schedule, the reward system, do the hoodie activity I just showed you, the school word ladders, look at what our notebooks are and what they're used for, like what we're going to use for what, math facts. Oh, I'm going to show you the 1,000 outdoor thing, and the anchor chart, quality. I have an anchor chart of quality work because I'm not so sure they've been doing quality work for some of them, so I have that somewhere. And the first day page. And then we're also going to, we did end up picking the book early, so we don't need to do that. Okay, so I pulled out the binders that were up there, and I just wanted to show you. So they're already colored. This one's already colored because they've used them before, but we need some for something else. This is a book for the 1,000 Hours Outside people, these guys. And I got it in a special, what's it called, bundle. So you can't get it cheap anymore, but I will link to where you can get it if you want to pay full price. And you print the pages out that you want. So I did not print all of them, and my ink was running out when I printed them. But basically, Hours Outside. This one's a little confusing. I only printed September so far to see how we want to use it. But basically, the first month, you're gonna add to that after. So first, what you do is every week has its own theme. So week, we put the dates. Every time they do an hour outside, they color in a flower for this particular week. And there's a little quote back there. And then say they get, after week 1, they have 4 hours outside. They go back and they color in 4 parts of this. Some of them are more obvious what you're supposed to color than others. And then there's, at the end of the week, seasonal nature activity, something they did that was a nature activity. Weekly hike highlights, or in our case more like walk, and movement milestones. I don't know if we'll keep that using that or not. And then week 2. Same thing. Week 3. Same thing. Week 4. Same thing. And then at the end of the month, they have a total tally of how many hours a month they did September. And then there's other activities in it too. If anybody wants to see a flip through of what kind of things are in the notebook before you decide to buy, I can do that. I have it on my computer, but this is what we're using so far. I'm going to just see how we do. So I'm going to show them this and explain it, and we'll talk about why it's important to be outside. I think that is everything I wanted to show you. I hope it wasn't too choppy switching from one thing to another, but I just wanted to show you kind of what we've been working on for back to school, what we're planning on. We may do a video of a day in the life of back to school like we did last year, although we'll be just doing activities that we talked about, but still helpful. And what else do I have to do? I still have one thing I need to get from Amazon. Oh, I didn't show you the points for the reward system. Let me just grab that. Okay, so I have game money from a game that's long lost. And so I have 1,000 and 5,000 in the pink ones, and then bigger ones if they want to exchange it. So I'm just going to buy these, what are they called? They look like pouches, or I guess they're kind of like, they're not pencil cases, they're pouches. They're smaller. It's light on my face. And they have a space on them to put their name. So I put their name, and that's where they're going to keep their money that they get from me until they want to spend something on the reward system. So yeah, that's that. If there's anything else, I'll add it. If there's anything I mentioned that you want to know more about in a video, or I said there was a video but you can't find it, let me know. I'll try to link everything below. And yeah, so we have 1 week and a little bit left to school. So exciting. I'm excited. They're not excited. Well, the older one maybe, but the younger two don't like school no matter what we do. I try to make it fun. They don't seem to care. So whatever. I'm excited, and hopefully this year will go better than last year. Yeah, thanks for watching, and bye.